There's not as many details as I would like to share with our listeners right now. They have basically, during the earnings call, everybody's asking the questions about this.
Right.
And they're answering as much as they can, but ultimately they're saying, like, listen, we have filings coming in the second quarter where it's going to be, much heavier in terms of the numbers and allow you to do your analysis. But just, I guess, to present this in a different way, a proxy or precedent that we have, as you mentioned, is through Marriott, actually. So Marriott International is actually going to unseat Hilton soon as the #1 hotel operator in the world once they finish their acquisition of Starwood Hotels and Resorts.
Not only that, I don't know if you came up with this in your research at all, but Marriott's really expanding in Africa.
Oh, I did not realize
they're stepping it up. They had a deal last year to buy a bunch of properties from an African-based hotel chain. They're all dotted South Africa and everything. So Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. They're about to reign supreme. After they announced the $12 billion acquisition of Starwood, not too long. I think it was in December.
Yeah.
And then, interestingly, Marriott's kind of a good test case for what Hilton is planning. Their timeline is very different, but ultimately, how they operate now is very similar to the structure that Hilton will have. So, Marriott spun off its real estate business in 1993, so way back when. And then that company eventually converted to a REIT in 1999. It's called Host Hotels and Resorts. Interestingly enough, actually, Chris Nassetta, who's the CEO of Hilton now, was the CEO of Host Hotels and Resorts.
They snagged him.
But he was poached by Blackstone in 2007 after the private equity company had bought out Hilton.
Did they give him a sack of money, like $50 million or something?
Probably something very attractive. But I guess it's just not all that surprising in this instance where obviously you have a guy here who's very familiar with this type of entity.
Yeah, and it's a small club running global hotel brands. But anyway.
And going even further beyond that, Marriott also spun off its timeshare business into Marriott Vacations Worldwide in 2011. And if there's any indication of the potential there, Marriott Vacations Worldwide stock, it's tripled since its creation over the past 4 or 5 years. And the Hilton timeshare business, like you mentioned, it's only 12% of revenue, but it's been logging strong growth.
It's a way bigger chunk of their profits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Much more substantial piece of the profits and much better growth than the broader hotel business. And so we expect way more details once the filings are in, but it's definitely an interesting move and one of the last probably major tax-free REIT spinoffs that we're going to see being Hilton.